Welcome back, guys, to race number one. Let's get into it, guys. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good holiday and just enjoyed the time off. We've got long to go. We've got just over a month until we see the F1 tested at the Bahrain Grand Prix for free. Fingers crossed that time goes fast. Now, let's get into it. Obviously, a couple of things I want to talk about today is, number one, Lewis Hamilton at Ferrari. What are we actually going to see from Lewis? Obviously, so it's been reported that Ferrari have actually just decided to pull the car or the seating position of the car further back, which is what Lewis obviously complained about when he was in, I think it was a W14, he wasn't comfortable with. So they've actually pulled the seating back to suit Lewis because he prefers to feel more of the rear end. Now, interesting state on this is, how's Charles Leclerc going to deal with this? Is he going to struggle? He's saying this, or was it kind of like a Lewis Hamilton saying to Fred Vasseur that, look, this needs to happen for me to do good performance? And they've turned around and said, okay, we need to make a car suitable for Lewis, and we care about Lewis and giving Lewis the best car possible in order for him to get his 8th championship. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with Lewis. Number two, Liam Lawson obviously joining Red Bull. Now, this is huge. I was a bit surprised that it wasn't Yuki Tsunoda. I thought that Yuki probably deserved it, going on the recent performances that he's had in the last couple of years. However, Liam Lawson is obviously a very strong fit. He'll be a lot better than the likes of Sergio Perez, which is what Red Bull really needed, hence why that's what cost Red Bull the Constructors' Championship this year. So all in all, it'll be good to see that. However, there's rumours or there's talk of Liam Lawson going to be able to compete with Max and be a couple of attempts off in terms of qualifying and also race pace, but we'll wait and see. We will wait and see, because no doubt Liam will be trying to push and prove himself. He doesn't want to end up being like Rubens Barrichello was to Michael Schumacher. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there. Thirdly, obviously, we've got Oscar Piastri. Now, he will be going into his 3rd season, and believe it or not, I actually rate Oscar higher than Lando. I think, if you look at how long they've both been in F1, I think Oscar is definitely making a name for himself, and I think this year is the year where he proves it, and I think all he's going to do is start the year very strong. So towards the back end of the year, there is this he needs to help the team, he needs to help Lando. He is going to hit it from the ground running, and I generally believe, I'll put money on it, that I'm going to say that Oscar will outscore Lando Norris this year, regardless of where they finish in the championship. I think Oscar will outscore him. And lastly, none other than Kimi Antonelli. So the young 18-year-old is finally going to be joining Mercedes, or he's just been announced as joining Mercedes as the new year. Now, he apparently has done something ridiculous, like 9,000 kilometers of testing. It's similar to, I think, 30 races that he's done in training. So obviously that's why he never went to Williams this year when the seat was potentially open, was because they wanted to give him testing behind the scenes. And it makes sense why put so much pressure. When you saw the pressure, what happened when he took part in FP1, that time when he ended up crashing the car, you understand all the pressure around it. So they've actually given him 30 races behind closed doors in older versions of the Mercedes W14. So all in all, it's going to be interesting. Total's come out already and said don't expect him to be winning races straight away, which is fair enough. You can't expect Kimi to be winning, but easily he's going to be in the top 10 and competing for points, which is really good to see. Hope, fingers crossed. And it'll be interesting to see the dynamic between him and George. Can George deliver? Is George going to be put under pressure, etc.? There's a lot that's going to happen this year. I feel like this year is going to be the most exciting year that we've had in F1 for an awful long time, which is good. Obviously, the F1 viewing figures keep going up and up and up, which is great. And it's definitely got more exciting since this new generation of car. Obviously, the first year was woeful because Max just ran away with it. Last year, I felt like was really exciting. And this year, it feels like the cars are going to be even closer. So it's going to be really tight to pick them. Guys, drop your comments below. Who do you think is going to who do you think is going to win the championship? Or do we need to wait for testing to see that? Although I imagine loads of people will be sandbagging at testing. Anyway, nonetheless, that's all the news for me today. Check out a new video dropping tomorrow. Every day for the month of January, I'm going to try and drop a new video. Let's go!